to date a man who has kids with another woman, you have to be 100% on board with the fact that he's over her, right? I mean, there has to be complete trust, or there's no sense even doing it.
Right. But if guys want to talk to me, because before the dating part goes into play, there's a let me get to know you. And I'm asking questions because there is such a thing as amicable breakups, because you both agree and you understand that y'all are just not going to work out as a couple between two parents. And then there are, the ones where, unfortunately, and I don't want to sound like the biased, but women do this too. But a lot of men, they have left the relationship and prematurely started dating another woman. So they have already geared themselves up and have started to involve themselves into another relationship. That relationship has now begun to flourish. The one with the child's mother. And I mean, for me, I don't really, the term doesn't bother me. The baby mama term doesn't bother me. So, you leave this relationship. And so now it's like, you're telling this woman who has your children, who you were in a relationship with, you just have to accept that I'm in a new relationship. And that's not how real life works, because there's a healing process. When any relationship ends, whether it's your friends, you know what I mean? Like, any relationship has to have a grieving period. And when that doesn't happen and people are forced into uncomfortable circumstances, you get the bitterness. And I could ask me how I know. Now, no, I did not I never spoke nasty or negatively about my children's fathers in front of my children. I've never said things that would discourage my children to want to be around their dads. I've also never been the person that was so mad that the man couldn't come and get his children. So I've had to co-parent in very difficult situations, but I do think it was very unfair that you've been in a relationship with me for years. We have had these children, and another woman gets the sweet spot, and I have to heal from all this damage. You know what I mean? That was caused. And now you're telling me that on top of all of that, I need to now roll into this role of my children being around another woman. And that is a very hard thing to embrace. It's not impossible, but it's very hard to just roll into, just wake up and be like, oh, okay, I'm cool with another woman just being with my children. You know what I mean? That takes a lot of, that takes a lot of growth. And, like I said, I've never withheld my children from their fathers, but there were a lot of tears that were shed, after drop-offs, because that pain is real, and luckily for me, my children matter to me. So going to jail, and doing things that will cause me to get into some real trouble, I saw that, you know what I mean? So that's what really kind of kept me in my composure. But I thought it, you know what I mean? Like, right, I thought it, and I just feel like a lot of women, they don't get that experience. They don't get that time to be like, you know what, this really hurts. And this is really messed up. And it's fair to say that happened, because that's a truth, But I just feel like, moms are not supported. We're rolled into things, where it's like, oh, we're targeted as bitter or whatever the case may be. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Erica said, she was dating a man and it was an unfortunate circumstance. Now, some women, no matter how hard or whatever work you've done, some women are just bound to just be tumultuous, and they thrive off of being nasty. That's the internal thing with them. Those women exist, but from a standpoint of, hey, this hurts, I need to heal, but I'm going to co-parent because my children are the blueprint for our relationship. That's that's real for me.
Boy, that's a real honest answer. I felt that.